Good evening and welcome to the 11th annual WILLCO Awards Red Carpet Show, live from the factory in Franklin, Tennessee, right here in Liberty Hall. Back again to celebrate the Williamson County School District, school system, athletic teams, athletes, coaches, and many other as well. So very excited about this, always excited about the Red Carpet Show special that is before the WILLCOs. The WILLCOs will start at 7 o'clock. The actual awards will start at 7 o'clock. So for those of you that are already here, glad you're here. If you need to leave and come back, just make sure you're back before 7. And with that, as always, my co-host, Carrie Goodwin, Coach Darren joins. Coach used to be Coach Carrie Goodwin, but back again. This is the 8th Red Carpet Show, the same starting lineup for all 8. I'm very excited about it. Carrie Goodwin, good to see you tonight.
Great to be here. So excited about tonight. This is one of my favorite nights of the summer, not just because I get to hang out with you guys, but we get to celebrate these amazing athletes and families and look forward to getting started.
We got the band back together.
One last time.
One last ride. One last ride.
One last ride. Hey, it's a great night. This is one of my favorite nights of the year, obviously, as the district athletic director. And here's what I like about this is, you know, we celebrate the fall sports as they happen. And then we celebrate the winter sports as they happen. And then we celebrate the spring sports as they happen. But this is like our video yearbook, so to speak, of the entire year. Tate, we talked about this. This is truly one of those events where you want to win. These are competitors. They're athletes. But just being here is a big deal. It is a big deal, and looking forward to talking to them as they come up on the red carpet. Tate, after this, looking forward to celebrating them up on that stage. I want to thank Walker Chevrolet. Without Walker Chevrolet, this doesn't happen. Street Tuxedo, Matthews Team Sports, and Adidas, and all those sponsors that help us out. It's pretty special, Tate Matthews and Carrie Goodwin.
Very special, and that's another thing I love about it as well. Everybody you just mentioned, they've been here since the beginning of the WILLCOs too.
Yep.
Like it's just something they want to be a part of.
Walker was just a blow-up sign.
Right.
And look where we've come.
Look where we've come.
Look where we come. And by the way, this is your baby, so great job.
Thank you.
Pretty bitter, just real quick, and then we'll move on. Pretty bittersweet, or what? This will be, you know, this has been your baby for the last 6 years. The last WILLCOs for you as the district athletic director, many know, but you're stepping down or at the end of June and moving on to another part of your career. But what's tonight feel like for you?
Well, it probably is a little bittersweet, but thanks for reminding me. But we've been so busy.
He's good at that.
We've been so busy that, you know, I hadn't had time to think about it. But sure, it is a little bit bittersweet having an opportunity to do what I've always loved to do. Going to go coach again. Looking forward to that. But tonight it's about the folks that are coming in here. That's the athletes, the teams, the coaches. I want to celebrate them. But yeah, it's bittersweet because when you love doing something, you hate to give it up. But it's the right thing to do, right time for me and my family. So ready to do that too.
Well, as always, we'll have some sideline reporters out on the red carpet. Rhea Whitlock, who I think's been involved in every, or if not,
For a while, yeah.
8 of the 11 WILLCOs, been here forever, and she's going to be out there alongside Kyla Davis as well. So we're very excited about them. They'll be out there on the red carpet as they're coming in and interviewing some of the athletes, the coaches, and the teams. So, and then, as usual, per usual, some of them will come in here and be with us. So same lineup as always. Hey, female team of the year. Y'all want to start there? I think that's a pretty good category to start with.
It's pretty good.
Brentwood cross country, Brentwood tennis, Nolensville volleyball, and Ravenwood flag football.
What do they have in common, Tate Matthews?
I believe
Pretty
they
impressive.
all are state champions.
State champions.
Now, let's just talk about this for a second. Ravenwood cross country, state champion, 5th consecutive year.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Now, this is for the 2024-2025 year.
That's
right?
correct.
So
That's correct.
Right.
that doesn't get you any, or it's not supposed to get you any bonus points, but still, it's very worth mentioning, 5th in a row. Brentwood tennis state champions back-to-back, 3 of the last 4 years. Carrie, you're an ex-tennis coach, won both matches 4-0 at the state tournament, district, region, section champions. That's called Boat Race City, Popcorn City, Tail Kick City. That's domination, correct?
hate to break it to you, Tate. I'd never coached tennis, but
Played tennis. You were cross-country coach.
I was cross country.
You just
yes.
make stuff up as we go.
But I love that. But what I'm most excited about is looking at this first ever TSAA State Invitational Tournament with Ravenwood flag football. That has got to be exciting for the team, the school. Just go ahead and lay the foundation of success and the playbook to win a state championship. It's incredible.
It was a very cool event.
Unbelievable. Hey, Tate, I think we've got some folks on the red carpet out there waiting for us.
Well, let's go to this red carpet and see who Rhea and Kyla have with them.
All right, I'm here with Lauren Banavac from Brentwood Cross Country. She was a fifth place qualifier at state and in Region 6, and also helped her team earn a state championship this season. But outside of your cross country performance, what is the biggest life lesson you've learned from the sport?
I would say the biggest life lesson I've learned is to support your friends and really just stay close together and, I don't know, help each other. Like, I love my team, so I would just say that, yeah.
Awesome, thank you. Back to the red carpet.
Thank you, ladies. Coach Young, Kristen Young, if she's here, come on up, Coach Young. We'd love to have you up here at the desk. But while she's coming, again, we were talking about the tennis. She also coaches the boys as well, right, Coach? So
That's correct.
She's really got quite a tennis thing going on over there at Brentwood High off Murray Lane, playing really, really well. But again, 4-0 in all of their matches. Like that's not even close. That's
Domination. That was straight domination. And here's the thing. They could have probably gone down the lineup a little bit and still won 4-0. Just total domination for Brentwood tennis. Did a great job. Maybe, Tate, we could talk about the Coach of the Year nominee since we're waiting for Coach Young.
Well, and there's kind of a reoccurring theme here from the team of the year, but the coaches of the year. Rob Patinas, Brentwood Cross Country, again, the fifth straight states championship. Ricky Rodriguez, man, what a big spring he had. He's the head coach of Ravenwood flag football, also taking over for Coach Will Hester and will be the head football coach. Yep. Fall football, I guess that's what we're calling it, right? Coach joins Coach Goodwin, and he's taking over for Will Hester, so very excited about that. Brett Young, Nolensville volleyball, and then Kristen Young, Brentwood tennis. Those are your Coach of the Year awards. Coach of the Year finalists. Again, I don't know how you pick one over the other. There's three state champion winning coaches are not going to win this award.
You know, I think that's something over the years. You've seen some non-state champions win these awards. It seems like now you almost have to be a state champion to win any of these awards. So it's getting tougher every year. It really is.
And I'll just call it out. We're seeing already a lot of Brentwood showing up, and I'm wearing Brentwood blue. So I think we've got something new.
Brentwood blue, I like it.
Kristen Young in the house.
Hi.
Coach, welcome back.
Thank you.
State champions, been talking about your team.
We've got a good little team. Three out of the last 4 years. Pretty impressive, pretty good tennis players in the Brentwood area. It's been fun ride.
Well, and here's the thing that's interesting about it. So you get the double last year in terms of team titles, and your boys' team loses to a great team, didn't make the state tournament, and it's like some people would go, oh, that's disappointing. Like, you can't win it every year, can you? But you can try.
Right.
You
We
sure,
try. We
you
sure
sure do
try.
try. And then you've got some individuals that stepped up too.
Yes, we definitely do. Drew Miller and Stephen Smith on the boys' side repeat as back-to-back doubles champions. Girls' side, Nisha Disha, the doubles duo. But really, our girls never lost a court in the state tournament, which is pretty impressive. They swept all their competition.
It's incredible. Good luck tonight. You guys
Thank
have
you.
a good time. Who we got on the red carpet out there, Kyla?
I'm not joined with any Brentwood tennis players yet, so back to y'all at main stage.
All right, well, we had Coach Young in here and another Coach of the Year finalist, Coach Brett Young. I believe he's coming as well. But so, I don't know, you know, I think when you get to the Coach of the Year, I don't know, man. Like, do you feel like maybe since this is the first year flag football had an invitational, Does that play a little tug at the voters' heartstrings a little bit there?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially. Coach Goodwin sort of alluded to that, saying, hey, first time.
Yeah, you're setting the standard. That's the bar, and you can only, unfortunately, go backwards. But what an incredible statement to have flag football be in this category.
Coach,
First of all, is exciting, but also to have a champion to talk about is just exciting for the rest of the district. It looks like
Brett Young's coming. Coach Brett Young is coming. He is
Speak of the devil.
Nolensville.
Speak of the devil. We got Coach Young up here. Coach?
Blue.
Coach always looking good,
Blue is
man.
the favorite
I think
color.
I've seen you here in that before, that color before.
This might be a repeat. I like Nolo Blue, so I requested it again.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, last time you wore that, y'all had a pretty good night here.
I think we did. So it's such a wonderful event. Y'all do such a great job putting it on. Obviously, I'm honored, but more importantly, we're honored as a team to get to be here tonight. It's a great way to cap our season off.
Coach, I'll say it, but I don't mind hurting some feelings out here potentially. But I think Nolensville volleyball, it was Brentwood volleyball. Brentwood
for a
volleyball is
long
great.
time. Yeah.
They were runner-up. I feel like Nolensville's kind of edged ahead. What do you think there, Coach?
Well, we have a long way to go. I was laughing. Somebody was talking about state championships, and we were fortunate enough to get our fourth in the last 6 years. I only need 12 more to catch Barbara Campbell, but I don't know. I don't look at it that way. I just know that this county and this district, for a volleyball district, it's silly how many good teams there are every year. 4, 5, 6 teams are state caliber teams, and unfortunately only 2 can go. And us and Brentwood both just, I'm fine to be mentioned with them, and we feel like we're holding our own here of late.
Tate, if I'm not mistaken, we've got Rhea out there with a couple of Nolensville volleyball players. Coach Young, congratulations to you and your
Congrats,
team.
Coach.
Thank you all both very much.
Maybe Kyla.
I'm joined on the carpet with Nisha and Disha Javagala of Brentwood Tennis, and I know you ladies just came off winning a state championship, so especially being sisters, is there any moment that stood out to y'all this season?
I think the moment that stood out to us is when we won Team State and Disha won the final match for us to win as a team, and that was really fun because everyone came onto her court and we all just screamed and were so happy, and that was the best moment.
I'd say for individuals, me and my sister always play doubles together, so I feel like our communication level is just top tier, and we always know what each other are thinking, so that's really what helped us communicate the best and win our matches. So yeah.
Thank y'all. Back to the desk.
Thank you. Hey, Coach Young was mentioning his blue, and then you were mentioning your blue. I thought you said it was Brentwood blue. I thought this was like a Megan Maroney thing going on here. Did I miss this? CMA Fest was the past few days.
Yeah, we can come off of the CMA Fest, just ride the blue. I like it.
He's trying to be modern for the kids.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. I love it. Well, go ahead, Coach.
Well, let's see I want to see if Rhea has Kyra and Mia out there on the red carpet. Let's see them.
You're right, Coach.
Good.
I do. I'm joined with Kyra Knox and Mia Pogue from Nolensville Volleyball. And Kyra is up for Volleyball Finalist of the Year and also Female Athlete of the Year. And Mia is up for Volleyball Finalist. The two of them combined have 939 kills, 77 blocks, 659 digs, as well as 144 aces. But as a team, what was your biggest challenge this season, and how did you work to overcome it?
I honestly think we lost a lot of really important seniors and leaders last year, but I think just once we found that rhythm, people stepped up, and I think just once we found it, we were just unstoppable.
Yes, I agree. I feel like with the amount of seniors that we lost, it was kind of hard to just find our footing with that and build good team chemistry. But then I also think one of our biggest challenges was beating Franklin in our district match. And once we were able to do that, I feel like that kind of helped us prepare for state and everything. So,
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Back to the desk.
Thank you, ladies. All right, we've got Coach Ricky Rodriguez and Carol Merville joining us, the girls flag football state invitational champions for 2025. Coach Joins and I were at the game. First of all, I don't know if you know this or not. I don't know what you all call it. I call it a go route. You kind of rolled out a little bit, and you hit that young lady streaking down the sideline. That's the best pass I saw all year long. Boys or girls, if they can execute it like that in the fall, they're going to be okay. You agree with that, Coach Joins? That pass was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
What do we call it?
It really was.
I mean, honestly, I think it was just improvisation from Carol and Avery being on the same page. I mean, they're on the soccer pitch together, and I think they realize when she's streaking down the field, just throw it up to her, and she's going to have a good opportunity. But, I mean, all of our girls played amazing, that entire weekend and the entire season. So I'm super proud, and, I'm excited to celebrate them tonight because they deserve it.
They're worth celebrating for sure. There's been 4 seasons. This is the first one that it was an emerging state-sanctioned sport, and y'all have won all 4.
Yeah. I mean, we're blessed at Ravenwood High School with very talented athletes, and I mean, they work really, really hard, and we're hoping to continue on that 4P and have some success next year as well.
Yeah, it means so much to be able to win 4 years in a row and show just how good we are, because we practice so hard, and it's amazing to be able to show it out.
What was it like, and I know Coach Goodwin talked about this, getting to play a sport that's just getting started?
It's amazing because not a lot of people know about it yet, but it's becoming so much more popular, and to be able to show how much work we put into it in such a small amount of time, I think it's really important.
I know we're going to see flag football. We're already seeing it globally, and we're probably going to be seeing it in the Olympics soon. Players make plays, Coach, so you were talking about that earlier. Help me understand a little bit of game prep into a big-time game that you guys had at the very end. What does that look like, knowing that you're truly setting the standard, but you're creating the playbook for success?
Yeah, I mean, I think we try to emulate running the girls flag football program as similar as we do the boys program. I mean, these girls show up early, they watch film, they do all the strength and conditioning stuff that we ask the boys to do, so modeling it based after that, and they know what the expectations are. I think we kind of set the standard that, it really is a privilege to be part of the girls flag football team at Ravenwood High School, and these girls have set the standard going forward. So, I mean, and to see what we have done across the state, the competition at the state invitational, it's unbelievable. So those programs, I had a lot of conversation with those coaches, and they're gonna, try to emulate what they do in their boys program as they do in the girls football or girls flag program. So
congratulations. Good luck tonight.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach. Okay, that wraps up Female Sports Teams of the Year and also Female Sports Coach of the Year category. So now we're going to start with the Male Team of the Year nominees. Coach Saunders of Brentwood Golf is with us real quick. Brentwood Golf, Nolensville Lacrosse, Page Football, Summit Wrestling. Now, what did Brentwood Golf do this year, Coach? Wins the state champion. Coach Joins talks about this by 20 strokes. Do you know, we were talking the other day, is that a record? Is that the biggest margin of victory ever? It's got to be close.
I started looking back through all of the past years, and I couldn't find a bigger margin of victory. So I think it might be.
I'm just wondering how many mulligans between the two of you would need for that. Coach, you obviously have really talented athletes on the course daily. How do you get them to just raise the bar an inch? Because they're already at an incredible status. Where do you kind of know where to push and pull, knowing that excellence is the standard?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. With our guys, it's really about competition. They're already playing at a really high level. So it's about, okay, how can you bring that out of them each time they play? Can you have a goal that you go for as a team? We got to shoot this well in this tournament. We shot this last time. We want to set a new target. It's just about individual competition on the team, and then just trying to bring out the best of their games each time you play.
Tate, if I may here, Coaches of the Year, same thing. Pete Miller, Summit Wrestling, Tom Pettit, not Petty, Pettit, Nolensville Lacrosse, Charles Rathbone, Page Football, Coach Saunders, Brentwood Golf. Now, I don't really have a question for Coach. It's kind of a statement. I feel like you've got that Pierce Brosnan, James Bond.
Goldeneye.
I mean, you look good, man.
Appreciate it.
You stumped him.
To get somebody's attention, I got to do this. But that right there, man, that's
Classic, classic. Kind of like they play, man.
It's a classic.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what the golf coach does.
That's right. Hey, congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate
It'll be a fun night celebrating your team.
Awesome.
Let's go back to the red carpet.
I'm joined with Jack Doyle of Brentwood Golf, who's also up for Athlete of the Year as well as golf finalist. Jack, I know you've won a state championship in golf and in soccer. Do you have a favorite one?
I think my sophomore year soccer state championship was my favorite because that team was really close, and I'm still friends with all of them today. So, yeah, I think that's my favorite.
Thank you. Back to main desk.
Okay, we're joined now by head Summit Wrestling coach Pete Miller, the state duels runner-ups, third in the state team individual tournament. Duels season record of 28-2. Had multiple state champions on the year. Coach, been building the Summit program for a long time now. We just keep getting one step closer, and runner-up this year to Cleveland, a team you know a lot about. It's really cool how this program just keeps taking another step towards y'all's ultimate goal of getting that dual state championship.
Well, first off, it's been coming with these guys. I've been with a lot of them since they're 5, 6, 7 years old. It's all about building a program from the bottom up. So having a kids club, a strong middle school, high school, it shows. And having my coaching staff, first and foremost, it helps out a lot. You know, they help out with our kids club, they help out with our middle school. So it takes a village, as we say in our program. But starting with these guys and these girls early has been big, but keeping them together and keeping it fun has been really important. And it definitely lucks out, too, when they come in groups of 3. It seems like all of them are brothers and sisters, so it definitely helps out when our rosters fills full of 4 names and 14 weight classes. So definitely been blessed for the program that we've had.
I've known Pete for a while. Him and I worked together at Summit, and I can tell you he was trying to, we won't use the word recruit, but he was trying to get Max as a toddler on the mats. That's how young he starts. But no, Pete has figured it out. If you can start young, you get them in the foundations of knowing the skills, the fundamentals, and you just love on them early, they're going to get the buy-in. He's got an excellent playbook. We talked about it all the time about great coaches. They're going to build a foundation. They're going to build a team following. You're just doing it. It's exciting to see.
Thank you.
And, Coach, before we head out to the red carpet, I want to mention this. Not that anybody was ripped off, because we've got so many great people that could be finalists. I think it's pretty cool that you're up here, Coach of the Year nominee, and your team as Team of the Year. Well-deserved.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to represent all of Williamson County Wrestling. I think it's well-deserved. We have a bunch of tough programs, a bunch of great coaches, so I'm proud to represent Williamson County Wrestling.
Good job, Coach. We're proud of you.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Back to the red carpet.
Thank you, guys. I'm here with Braden Leach and Zachary Little from Summit Wrestling, and the two of them have earned multiple state, regional, and sectional championships this season. What does it mean for you guys to bring these accolades back to Summit?
It means a lot, just a lot of hard work we put in the off season and just training all year round. It means a lot to bring it back to Coach Miller too, because he's been helping us out our whole career, so it means a lot.
I say about the same, because I remember when I first started wrestling, Coach Miller, he's just kind of been with us this whole path and just giving him what he deserves. It's kind of big.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Back to the desk.
Hey, before we go back, I think we're going to go back out there to Kyla here in a second. But I did want to mention, so obviously Summit Wrestling is one of the teams of the year. Page Football, Nolensville Lacrosse. Very cool story. First year of sanctioned lacrosse and TSSAA, and they're the state champs, so that's going to be neat too. Let's go back to Kyla on the red carpet.
Hi guys, I'm joined with Hayden Gross and Jake Manning of Nolensville Lacrosse, who are both lacrosse finalists. Boys, together the two of you have finished the season with over 165 goals in just 17 games. What do you think makes Nolensville Lacrosse so dominant to produce stats like this?
I would say that, yes, me and Jake were a big part of the team in stats-wise, but there was also games where me and Jake didn't perform at our best, and we had a lot of players from other classes, like freshmen, sophomores, and they were all really good players where they could put up a lot of stats as well.
No, I completely agree. I just think that with everyone's hard ethic or hard work coming together, I think that's just what able to produce us dominant stats.
Thank you. Back to main stage.
Okay, we've got Coach Tom Pettit of Nolensville Lacrosse with us. Again, state champions in the first year of TWSAA sanctioned lacrosse, defeat Franklin in the state championship game. The 15-4 record. First year of sanctioned lacrosse. Y'all are the state champs, Coach. There can only be a first one, and that's you all, man. Very, very cool.
Very, very special. Very honored to be here, to be recognized for the state championship, but also for lacrosse being a TWSAA sport. It's a big step for us and very exciting.
Coach, I always try to stir up some stuff up here. All I heard all year, and I love Franklin. I was at Franklin. I coached there. All I heard all year in lacrosse was Franklin, 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 Franklin. How about the Nolensville Knights, baby?
How about them? Yeah. Franklin's very good this year, great year, but we've been doing this for a couple years. We won the TSLA state championship in 23, and we lost in the finals last year, so Nolensville lacrosse is on the map for sure.
Coach, we're proud of you, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Give it up for him.
They're in the house, baby.
All right, so male sports teams of the year, male sports team coach of the year, obviously, it's pretty much the same thing, just like on the girls' side. Pete Miller, Summit Wrestling, Tom Pettit, Nolensville Lacrosse, again, state champs. Charles Rathbone, Page Football, four-time.
We know him.
Up, four-time. He usually
he's up here.
Yeah, he's usually got a pretty strong. I think he's out on the red carpet. He usually has a pretty strong Tux game, and then Chris Saunders, as we mentioned. So. I think that we're going to go back out to the red
right. I think Ray has got Coach
Bone out there.
All right, I have Coach Charles Rathbone of Page Football, who is up for Male Sports Coach of the Year. Coach, what is the most rewarding part of coaching Page Football?
You know, I think it's just the closeness of the guys, watching them grow and mature and become young men, and they're just a very tight group. You know, it really is a family. Every program says they want it to be a family, and it really is a family out there. No matter who you are, no matter how good you are, they take you in as part of the family. And you know, it's just a special place. That's why I've been there for 22 years.
Sure. Thank you. And I also am joined by players Jordan Curl, Jacob Rathbone, and Knight Wilson. And players, what kind of culture has Coach Rathbone created for Page Football?
I think the biggest thing Coach Rathbone's created for us is a winning mentality. It kind of shows up on Friday nights. We're ready to go to work. We work hard, and yeah, it's shown up the past couple years.
For me personally, the biggest mentality was just like never give up and keep going and have the mentality of not stopping.
First and foremost, I think it's a family. We treat football like we're going to battle every single week, and these guys know I'll have their back, and that goes for everyone on the team. We all have each other's back no matter what.
Awesome. Back to the desk.
I don't know if you all watched that or not, but I think Jake Rathbone was getting ready to do an Oklahoma drill out there, or a board drill.
Got his hat ready.
Man, he looked like he was getting ready to come off somebody. I love it. Okay, female athletes of the year. I know this one's special to you.
I love these.
Kara Knox, Nolensville Volleyball. Daisy Oatsvall, Brentwood Volleyball, Brentwood Track and Field. Ella Ryan, Brentwood, Miss Basketball finalist. And Claire Stegall owns every state record there is in the mile, the 800. I mean,
I know. We need 3 pages for some of these accolades.
That's right. And I think she has some of them, like maybe the top 3 or 4 times in a lot of them. So what a stacked category right there. Very proud of all those young ladies. I know Ella Ryan, Miss Basketball. You know, basketball's close to your heart. You've seen her play. She's fun to watch.
Incredible. And this lineup is just insanely talented. But what we're starting to see is these multi-sport athletes placing in state qualifiers, or winning 2 state championships or 2 district championships, because they're that talented and able to share that across different sports and teams. But all of these females deserve recognition tonight, and like Tate was saying, we almost need 2 or 3 pages for some of their accolades, but excited for these ladies.
And we need to talk about male athletes of the year also, right?
You want to go ahead and do it
Yeah,
now?
let's go ahead and do that. Here's the thing I was going to say. These are events where a lot of these folks aren't here. You know why? They're off playing at the next level.
Yeah.
So it's pretty short interviews on the carpet tonight because some of these folks aren't here, but
They're already in the weight room.
they're not here for a reason, which I'm excited about that too, Tate.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always fun to watch them move on and then compete at the next level. And so that's kind of the thing that, you talked about is, do you have it before or do you have it after? I can remember us doing the red carpet one year. I think one at Brentwood softball, didn't they show up literally came straight from the Murfreesboro, wherever it
We had
was.
some show up in their uniform.
That's right.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Tate, if I may, Christian Brown Franklin, Mr. Basketball finalist. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Jack Doyle, I like this one because he's golf on that state champion team. He's also a soccer player, one of the best in the league. Very well deserved for him to be up for Athlete of the Year. Eric Hazard, we love him.
I think you just like the last name.
Every game. He starts every game for 4 years. He started 60 games. That's only a record that could be tied. And then Braden Leach, what does he do from Summit? He's a state champion in wrestling. He's the most outstanding wrestler at the state tournament. I'm not very smart, but I think that means he was the best wrestler there.
You see
Am I close?
Miller's fingerprints all over that.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
There was that, is Jack Doyle being one of the starters on the state championship golf and then one of the best soccer players?
It's incredible.
Is that the most Brentwood thing ever?
That and Coach Saunders Tux.
I think we're seeing Coach Joins be a little bit jealous about the Tux game.
And he looked good. He looked good. He looked good.
Hey, let's go out to the red carpet and see who the young ladies have with them.
Hi, I'm joined with Claire Stegall of Nolensville, who does cross country and track and is also up for Female Athlete of the Year, as well as Daisy Oatsville, who is Brentwood Track Finalist of the Year, as well as Athlete of the Year finalist. I know you ladies both are multi-sport athletes, so how do you stay motivated during both seasons?
Yeah, I'm always striving to improve and do my best, so that gives me motivation, as well as I have an amazing support system around me, and always relying on God as my foundation to give me strength and just stay consistent throughout the year.
I would just say being focused on every single aspect of each of my sports and dividing them in two, because I get winded up in both of them, but just staying focused and having goals for each one, because I know high school track and volleyball comes by so fast, and I only have one more season for volleyball, so just staying focused on that and just helping my team maybe get a state championship this year. So yeah, excited for that.
Thank you, ladies. Back to main stage.
Man, Carrie, you want to talk about...
I knew he was going to say.
No. You want to talk about competitors? Those are two competitors right there.
Competitors.
In any category, any sport, I'll take those two.
I'm not going up against him.
No. All right, girls cross country, Sienna Anderson of Summit, Lauren Banavac, Brentwood, Claire Stegall of Nolensville, and Lorelei Witten of Summit. Great category right there. And then on the boys cross country side, Callahan Fielder of Brentwood, and Logan Humphreys of Nolensville, Asher Oates of Independence, Keller Vaughn of Brentwood. Same deal. You kind of look at this thing and it's just a who's who of cross country. I mean, I feel sorry for all the other counties because if these guys are all here together, they're in trouble.
I mean, let's be honest. If Williamson County shows up in tennis, golf, cross country, I'm nervous for everybody else.
And apparently lacrosse now.
So, no, as y'all both know, I coach cross country for a very short second. And the fact that we've got some of these numbers and stats in front of us, it's incredibly impressive. But the fact that you have to train in such a different way for your body to go that long of a distance at a pace that is uncomfortable the whole time. I've seen both of you try to do a round of tennis. Can't go far. So it's incredibly impressive.
Definitely not going to run. Well, let's go out to Rhea and let's talk to a couple of cross-country finalists.
All right, I'm with cross-country finalists Sienna Anderson and Lorelei Witten from Summit. Both of these girls have taken second and third place in state and regionals this season. But I'm wondering, what are your most memorable races from your high school careers?
My most memorable races is state meet this past 2 years and probably running lane in Huntsville, Alabama. Those were really fun.
My most memorable one was probably the final state meet. It was just really exciting, but also nervous, and yeah.
Awesome. Back to the desk.
Okay, let's talk a little girls golf. Brooke Bennett of Page, Gabby Diaz of Page, Cameron Poirier of Summit, and Annabelle Walton of Ravenwood. And then on the boys' side, Jeb Blackburn of Independence, Jack Doyle, as Coach Joins mentioned earlier, of Brentwood, Will Pinson of Franklin, Laird Williams of Page. Great category. I know you love going to the, even more than the state championship. You like winning, but you love going to the district and golf tournament here because there's so many great golfers.
It's a ton of fun. And you take a look, when our athletes make it to the state tournament, you've got folks that shoot in the 70s, and they don't get out of the region. Then when you go to the state tournaments, you've got state competitors who are shooting in the 90s or 100s. So it is tough to get out, but we love it. It's like the SEC of football. You got to be good to get out. Hey, Coach Goodman, I don't know if you noticed this. I know you're proud of this. You're seeing Summit show up in some categories that we haven't always seen them show up in. If you're talking cross country that we just mentioned, maybe two of the most underappreciated runners because of Claire Stegall would be Witten and Anderson. They were second and third at the state tournament. And then Cameron Poirier in golf. I can't think of a time we had a Summit finalist in golf, Coach.
Well, again, I'm biased when it comes to the ladies' categories here, but for Cameron, I can only assume, I haven't got to see her play, but the short game and the fairway, I bet, is absolutely precision. I bet she can putt with the best of them, but I can tell you right now, none of them I would put against you two on the course. You're going home early.
Correct. By the way, Coach Weil would get mad. They did have a finalist a couple years ago from Summit, but not a ton. Let's go back out to the carpet. I believe we have some golfers out there.
I'm joined with Brooke Bennett of Page and Cameron Poirier of Summit, who are both female golf finalists. Ladies, do you have a favorite course to play and why?
My favorite course would probably be Franklin Bridge, just because I like that it's close to home, and I practice there a lot, and it's a pretty golf course, and it's not that challenging, but still a little bit challenging, so that makes it not, like, boring.
And Brooke?
My favorite course is the Grove because it's my home course, and it's challenging, which makes me more prepared for playing in my tournaments.
Thank y'all. Back to main stage.
Thank you, ladies. We are now joined by Jeb Blackburn of Independence and Annabelle Walton of Ravenwood. Ladies first. Annabelle, district champion, region runner-up, tied for 6th at the state tournament. Pretty exciting season. You pretty proud of yourself?
It was a pretty exciting season. I had a pretty crazy summer, to be honest. So I'd come out with a lot of rounds and tournaments under my belt to really prepare, and I just was able to fulfill everything that I wanted to.
Well, that's pretty cool. What's one part of your game you need to work on in the summer to get it fine-tuned?
I'd say I have everything from the tee to the fairway pretty good. I have that pretty well, but I can definitely work on my short game a little bit.
Right. And then, I mean, Coach Craig, right? I mean, I'm sure it's all Coach Craig. He's the swing coach. He's the mental coach, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Or maybe he's just got some real good golfers.
He's taught me everything I know. All of it.
Yep. Well, congratulations, Jeb.
Thank you.
State tournament tied, 72-76 district champion, 65, and region champion, 64. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How far can you hit it?
Not very far, honestly, but I can get out there.
But it's always straight. Is that your strength?
Yeah, I'd say I hit it pretty straight. Yeah.
Hey, Jeb, in golf, golf is obviously one of our strongest sports in WCS. I look at your scores in the district and region, a 65 and a 64, champions of both. What a great year for you, and that was your sophomore year. So you're looking forward to improve on that. You've got a state championship in mind, don't you?
Yes, sir, I do. Next year, hopefully you can just make it to state. I just want to give it a run. My goal is to win. That's pretty much it.
Well, we appreciate you guys being here. Congratulations. Good luck tonight.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
I think we got the folks from Bone and Joint and Williamson Health. If they'll come on up to the desk here. Thank you, guys. Good luck. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Come on up.
Tate, as they're getting the mics taken care of, listen, these are some of the all-stars of the district. We're so proud of our partnership. Hey, and it took me a while. I gotta quit saying, not Williamson Medical, Williamson Health. Williamson Health. I've got to remind myself, just like I said Franklin earlier.
I know.
But we've got Lindsay Sullivan here. Lindsay, appreciate you walking the red carpet.
Absolutely.
Who do you have with you here tonight?
I've got Dave Kempfert, our Director of Rehab, and Angie Van Utrecht, our Director of Operations. So this is my all-star team.
Thank you guys for being here. And, you know, we'll talk about this during the award show. But what you guys do for us with the trainers there at practices, at games, you got the doctors there at games. Man, it's special from our standpoint, but you talk about what it means to you guys, too.
Absolutely. We love being out in the community, love supporting our athletes, supporting our communities. And with Bone and Joint Institute and Williamson Health, I mean, we provide this service at no cost to the county. So it's our way of giving back and supporting our community, helping our taxpayers and everything like that. Not only do we just love being there for the kids and helping them in their time of need, but also in their times of triumph, too.
Hey, so when she told you guys to come tonight and it was red carpet, y'all think it would be like this?
No, I actually didn't. This is amazing.
It's pretty fun. And you guys, you got here. You can go get something to eat there in the factory. Be great tonight.
Absolutely. We're excited for tonight.
Yeah, appreciate you guys being here.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Pleasure
so
as
much.
always. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. Hey, let's go back out on the red carpet.
Thank you, guys. I'm here with Lauren Duncan and Eliza McKnight from Brentwood Volleyball. These two were both named Tennessean All-Mid-State players this year and are both committed to play NCAA Division I volleyball at BYU in Western Kentucky. What are you both most excited about when it comes to continuing your volleyball careers?
I'm definitely most excited to learn the new style of play at BYU and then grow my relationships with the team.
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited to get to meet and practice with new people and to work with new coaches to just continue to get better.
Thank you. Back to the desk.
Thank you. All right, so volleyball, obviously, we're to there, and this is always one of the tightest categories, most stacked categories that we always have. Lauren Duncan and Brentwood, I just heard her talk about BYU. Think about that, man. Volleyball at BYU. Kara Knox of Nolensville, Elisa McKnight of Brentwood, and then Mia Pogue. So, I mean, we don't have enough time to read all the stats that all of them have, but the one that just jumps out to me is McKnight, 572 kills.
Well, not only that, 179 digs. That means that she was on the floor 179 times, most likely sacrificing her body for the better of the team. But yeah, to your point, you have Mia with 452 kills. You've got Kara with 487 kills. And then you've got Lauren Duncan with 69 aces. Somebody only touched the ball or didn't touch the ball on her serve almost 70 times. It's impressive.
Well, and I want you guys to maybe get in trouble like I've been. I'm trying to rile people up. 2 Brentwood, 2 Nolensville. Really could have had a third Brentwood with Daisy Oatsfall. But right now, I think next year could be different with Brentwood having a lot coming back. But right now,
Road goes through Nolensville volleyball.
It's Nolensville right now.
Yeah.
Right. It is. All right, Tate, what about football? These are some great categories, too.
Love them. Football defense, Brennan Ains Page. I'm guessing he's probably not here. He's already in Knoxville, as reported. Eric Hazard, the Duke of Hazard. Page, he's at Louisville. Tegan Lee of Franklin and Austin Mayfield in the football, the defense football category. Football offense, Femi Babalola of Ravenwood. Kenai Johnson, Centennial, Clayton Merrill of Brentwood, and Lucas Young of Franklin. And then player of the year, Brennan Ains Page, Eric Hazard Page, Donovan Stark, Mr. Football, Ravenwood, and Brewer Wilson of Franklin. So those are always, that category is always so tough. Remember now, we've been doing this so long now, there's past football player of the year award winners that are in the NFL.
It's incredible.
What I love to see, though, is most of this is defensive stats. And you're seeing a lot of defensive awards with Austin Mayfield, Defensive Player of the Year, 59 tackles, 2 interceptions, 12.5 sacks. Like, that is every single day. He gets excited about going out there and punching somebody in the mouth, like the rest of them. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
The thing I liked here, because I think most people would have said Ravenwood, Page, but there's 2 schools that have a finalist in all 3. That would be which two schools?
Page
and
Franklin.
Franklin.
That's right.
Which is a little bit different.
Hey, speaking of that, I believe Kyla's got Lucas Young and Brewer Wilson on the red carpet.
Hi, guys. I'm joined with Lucas Young and Brewer Wilson of Franklin football. Lucas is up for offensive finalist and Brewer's up for football player of the year. Boys, what would you say your favorite game was this year and why?
I would have to say the Centennial game because they're one of our biggest rivals and we went off a game winner. Shout out Sean Gecka.
Our biggest game for me was probably Summit. My senior year, we had a lot of former coaches go there, so it was really hyped up, and it kind of secured our playoffs. So,
Thank y'all. Back to the main stage.
Thank you, ladies. Femi Babalola of Ravenwood and Kenai Johnson of Centennial up here with us. Femi, every time I see you, you look like you keep getting bigger. Have you gained weight since school's been out already in the summer? Yeah, you look like it. You all were just down at 7-on-7 at UT, right? How'd it go?
It went great. I feel like the team is really coming together. You know, it's only been our third time with our new offense and our new staff. We're not really new staff, but new offense. And I feel like we're doing great, and we're just going to keep getting better.
A little unfinished business from last year?
100%.
All right. I think one of the coolest things, talk about great teammates with what's going on with Maverick and Femi, the two quarterback thing. And, I mean, from hearing Coach Hester talk about it and Coach Rodriguez, obviously you're both major competitors, but you're also each other's fans and supporters. It's really, you know, in a world where we don't see a lot of that anymore, I really think it's cool how you two make that work, man. Don't you?
Oh, it's incredible. It really is because it's not typical. Kenai, first of all, congratulations for the offensive award as well. Offensive MVP, Region 6-5A, 51 receptions, 906 yards, 11 touchdowns. Something else I want to mention about you, that run you guys made in basketball, part of the reason you made a run was because of you. Talk about playing multi-sports, how that's important to you.
I just try to keep myself active as much as possible. You know, just try to keep myself in shape. You know, it carries on and off of the football field, which I like.
Well, Kenai, you got to be proud of this, too. I feel like during your time, Centennial made a jump in football and basketball, and you had a lot to do with it.
I wouldn't say all of it was me, but I think so. Absolutely.
That's great. You guys look great tonight, too, by the way.
Thank you.
I'll say this, Coach Joins. Coach Stewart would tell you this. When they need to make a play, when they had to have a play last year, Kenai's name was called. And I would say almost every time he stepped up.
That's what I'm saying.
Man, y'all looking good tonight. All right.
Hey, you know what's happened this year? This is the year of the all black.
Classic. It's just classic.
It's classic. It's cool, man. I didn't get the memo. Look at
Well, something tells me your predecessor, he'll probably be in a loud jacket too. That's just
right.
the way you two roll.
That's right. Congratulations, fellas.
Appreciate that.
We got Rhea on the red carpet. Rhea.
All right, I'm here with defensive football finalist Tegan Lee from Franklin and Austin Mayfield from Ravenwood. Tegan has had 115 tackles this season, and Austin was named Defensive Player of the Year for Region 6-6A, among other accolades. Apart from these successes, what does being a defensive player mean to you guys?
I just think that you got to be a headhunter and that you got to be ready to hurt somebody. You're playing on the defensive side, yeah.
I feel like you just got to be ready for anything that comes your way. Just be prepared.
Great, back to the desk.
Thank you, ladies. All right, well, and then Football Player of the Year, Ains, Hazard, Starr, Wilson. Coach, I'm sure Donovan's not here, right, because he's at Auburn. I'm sure he had to, they're working out today. So I don't know, man. That's going to be, there's two Mr. Footballs in there. And you and I have talked about it. If you're talking about taking somebody off their team, who goes down the most might be Brewer Wilson. So that's going to be a really fun one as well. I can't wait. Always love to see that one. You want to talk a little girls soccer?
Let's do it.
Girls soccer, Ellie McDonough of Franklin, Jackie Redding of Fairview, Summer Riley of Summit, there's Summit again, Coach Goodwin, and Reagan Vaughn of Page, another one. Girls soccer, this is the county. We're talking girls soccer.
It's the place, and, I like to see Redding get in there from Fairview because a lot of times, we talk Franklin, Brentwood, Ravenwood, Page. We don't talk a lot of Fairview. Fairview with the soccer finalist, and Summit, again, having another finalist. In fact, I believe we might have Kyla with a couple of soccer players out there on the red carpet.
Hi guys, I'm joined with Ellie McDonough of Franklin and Jackie Redding of Fairview. Both are up for soccer finalists of the year. Who was y'all's favorite soccer player growing up?
My favorite soccer player growing up was probably Julie Ertz on the women's national team.
Mine was Tobin Heath on the women's national team.
Thank y'all. Back to main stage.
Well, we're going to throw it right back to Rhea, and let's talk some more girls soccer on the red carpet.
I'm here with District Co-Player of the Year Summer Riley from Summit, who also led the district in goals and assists this season, and also Paige's Reagan Vaughn, a University of Evansville commit who was named All-State and All-District this season. What is your favorite part about being on the field?
My favorite part about being on the field is probably creating attacking chances for my team because they work to get the ball up the field so hard. So I just like being able to finish their hard work with each other, and it's really fun.
My favorite part is definitely scoring and like putting games away in such like big opportunities, knowing that we're in like a tight 2-2 game, knowing I got to put this ball away so we can win this game. So that's probably my favorite part.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right. You two love all the categories.
Our favorite.
And here we are.
We can't say
We're biased.
Y'all really love this category. Girls basketball, Cecily Brandamore of Franklin, Mary Elizabeth Fox of Page, Nyla Johnson of Nolensville, and Ella Ryan of Brentwood. That's on the ladies' side. On the boys' side, Christian Brown of Franklin, Davis Cochran of Brentwood, Tylen Lewis, Independence. What do you call them, Coach Joins? Tournament Tylen.
Tournament Tylen. Yeah, I was sorry. I was focusing on my notes here.
Daniel Patton of Centennial.
I thought you were going to ask me about Davis, who's coming up here in just a second. Christian Leitner, the Christian Leitner of WCS. Is what hey, I was going to ask Coach Goodwin this. Wouldn't you like to have a Miss Basketball finalist on your squad? And look at Brandamore's stats, too. Automatic double-double.
No, I'm going all in. I want all four of them in my starting lineup.
And get your whistle back out if you can get those four, right?
We can make it happen. No, I mean, again, I'm just going to highlight a few things. You've got first team all district, 24 points per game, 13 rebounds per game. With Brandon Moore, you've got Mary Elizabeth, first team all district, all region team, Nyla, averaging 12 points per game, 6 rebounds, who I love, a girl that will get after it underneath the goal. And then Ella Ryan, of course, Miss Basketball finalist. Give me all 4 of them.
No doubt. Same thing on the boys' side. In fact, we've got some finalists. You guys come on up. Ladies, if you'll come up first. So just kind of fill in. Davis, you'll be next to me. Grab you a microphone. Fill in. I get one of those. Let me have one of them. I'll give it to Davis.
Take it away, Coach Joins.
Well, let's start with the ladies. So, Cecily, just automatic double-double. In fact, I did a couple of your games this year on the radio, and most nights you had at least 10 or more points in the first half and 10 or more rebounds in the first half. So you were kind of the double-double-double. You get them in both halves, too. And I've seen you really improve now. You've really improved the last couple of years, so we're excited about you being here.
Thank you so much.
Talk about how your game has improved. I see you stepping away from the basket a little bit now, too.
We've just been working really hard in the gym with the whole team has been improving, and so it's just been a great growth process.
Cecily, what I love is that you're a tall girl, and so naturally you're going to be able to get rebounds, you know, above others. What I'm curious about is how are you going to grow the shots going out? Are you working on the 3-point? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. That comes with college too. So we're trying to expand the range before I get to where I'm going, and hopefully use that soon.
Hey, and all 3 of these folks will be back. Nyla, talk about that run your team made this year.
Yes, sir. We did really well this year. We went through some adversity, and we worked really hard to push through it. All of us came together, and we just did a really good job playing together this year.
Well, and Tate, listen, let's keep the theme of riling people up. If I'm picking a guy to start my team with, the former Franklin coach, I maybe am starting with this guy. What do you think, Tate?
A little bit biased.
I've heard you say it before, and he wouldn't be a bad one. I think you fell in love with him last year when his brother's the senior, but he's the freshman out there in the what was it, the sub-state game or sectional game or whatever. Right. He's out there draining state
tournament,
not even thinking about it, you know, as a freshman. So, but I'm lucky. I've watched him grow up. It was funny. I felt sorry for Mr. Street, not John Street, Mr. Street. I was in street tuxedo when he came in there to get fit, pick up his tux. I'm like,
Ain't nothing fit.
I don't know how they're going to have pants that long.
Davis, let me ask you this. Answer this question for me. That competitive edge you've got, I love it. Where do you get that from? That come naturally, or Big Brother beating up on you, or what? Why do you have that competitive edge?
I know.
I mean, I definitely say it's a mix of both. You know, we've always been pretty competitive. Me and him just, you know, playing out in the backyard. So, you know, things got heated every once in a while. So
As they should.
And I guess that probably carried on to, you know, high school basketball. So it's pretty fun.
Well, y'all look great. Congratulations for being here. Tate, you have a final question?
Yeah, real quick. I hope it doesn't bother you. I always call you. She's the female WILLCO Timmy Duncan, and I hope
Love that.
I hope you're okay with that, because Timmy was 38 points, 24 rebounds. I love watching.
That means you're real good, Cecily.
You're all over. You'll do everything on the court, and then I know him. He didn't answer that honestly. The toughness part comes from his mom. It's not even close.
As it always does.
It always does. Hey, good luck. Congratulations. Looking forward to tonight.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you, guys. We'll take the mics here. Tate, what are we talking about next? We talking a little wrestling, or are we going out to the red? Yeah, do this if you would, Tate. Tell us who our finalists are in wrestling, and then we'll send it out to the red carpet in just a second.
Laura Gupton of Independence, obviously on the girls' side. Evie Manji of Centennial. Samantha O'Leary of Summit. And Emery Wilson of Ravenwood. Kind of cool there, Coach. Summit Independents have dominated that category for a while. Cool to see that spread out this year. Would you agree with that, Coach Goodwin? And then on the boys' side, I mean, this is crazy. All right.
Well, what do these folks have in common, Tate?
They're all state champs. They're all, dominated their weight classes. Braden Leach of Summit, state champ. Zachary Little of Summit, state champ. Chase Mays of Nolensville, state champ. 51-1 on the year. And then Brody Melzoni, Nolensville, state champ. And then I think it's worth mentioning, Riddick Romano, he was a state champ. We got 5 state champions.
5 state champions.
Yeah, one award.
I feel like, now she was playing hoops, so she couldn't do it, but I feel like Coach Goodwin had the mentality to be a wrestler.
I completely disagree with you.
Maybe WWE, you're a heel.
Maybe
she a heel or a babyface? Tate, you're the wrestler.
Character.
She would be both.
She'd be both. Okay.
Whichever they would have her. My guess is she would start off as a babyface, and then just when you didn't expect it,
hey, she's got a little
turn her
Stephanie
heel.
McMahon in her, doesn't she?
I know. Stephanie's been both.
No, but I'll show up with a biasness here, but you're seeing a lot of Summit show up with wrestling.
A lot of it.
And that goes back to our conversation with Pete Miller, is he's built a foundation of getting in there young and looking at their skill sets, looking at ways to bridge the gap in a lot of their weaknesses early, and then that only gets better as they get older. So you're seeing it come to life right now.
No, you watched it. It's a must. If you don't have the club in wrestling, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You got to get them early.
Let's go out to the red carpet with Kyla.
I'm joined with Laura Gupton of Independence, Samantha O'Leary of Summit, and Emery Wilson of Ravenwood, who are all up for Wrestling Female finalists. All of you ladies placed within the top 4 at state this year. When you look back on this season, what would you say you're most proud of?
I am most proud of how much my skills and attitude have improved from last year to this year, and how many friendships I've created.
I'm most proud of myself coming back from multiple setbacks a bit, and then being able to completely do it all over again and make it to state.
I'm most proud of fighting the feeling of not being able to do it and placing.
Thank y'all. Back to the main desk.
Thank you, ladies. All right, we're joined by Brody Melzoni and Chase Mays of Nolensville Knights Wrestling. Coach Goodwin, Coach joins again real quick. Chase Mays, everybody's a state champ, right? So 51-1 on the season, and then Brody was 51-5. I believe your dad told me you the one loss was to somebody from Pennsylvania, right? Nobody in the state of Tennessee beat you this year. Is this correct? Well, only one person. But
no, sir. It was in like the Father Ryan John or Jenin tournament in the finals. I lost to a Air Force commit in the finals.
Pretty strong.
Out of state guy, right?
No, sir. He went to Lakeway Christian.
Okay.
Gotcha. And then, what, 51-5 for you two. All right. How often do you two get on the mat in the wrestling room?
Yeah. In the season, it was like every day, and even off season. Chase is away a little bit more now since he's starting to go off to college soon, but every day.
And iron sharpens iron, right?
Yes, sir.
So, obviously, the state championship, I think both of those were, if that's your answer, I totally get it. But probably highlight from your senior year, what stands out the most? State championship?
Yes, sir. And lat dropping my dad. It's a running joke in like the team. He always like threatens to lat drop people when they like go against authority. So I had to do it to him for the one final match.
I love it.
I love that.
Maybe we could get a video of that. Maybe do you got one? Maybe we could plug it in.
Yes, sir.
During the ceremony. What about you? Lat dropping your dad?
I asked my dad if I could lat drop him. He said if I tried to, he'd lat drop me. So I didn't even attempt it. But yeah, definitely a state championship match. It was suspenseful. Scored in the last minute, so it was fun.
Man, what y'all have done is Coach Goodwin's talking about Summit Wrestling and the way they've built it and what Coach Miller's done. How quickly Nolensville Wrestling has gotten this thing ramped up is really cool. And obviously you two guys are a big part of it. And I'm, the younger wrestlers looking up to y'all. And you've got another year, right? So we're going for 2, right?
Yep. Back to back. Yep.
All right.
Guys,
good luck.
good luck tonight. You look great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna move on to girls and boys bowling finalists. On the girls' side, Riley Everhart of Franklin, Ashley Johnson of Independence, Isabella Sears of Franklin, Isabella Warner of Independence. On the boys' side, John Coyle of Franklin, Houston Folks of Franklin, Matthew McCarter of Nolensville, and Jonah Stanley of Independence. I love the bowling category. Franklin has really dominated the past few years, Coach Goodwin, but now, kind of like the other categories, you're starting to see Independence. And it's a little parity in the bowling world now. How about that?
Well, I mean, Tate, I'll be honest, I'm no bowler by any stretch. But what's interesting about some of these averages, you got to remember that word, average. Their season average is around 180. We can barely break, between you and I both, 100. But no, we're excited. I think we've got to go out to the carpet first.
Especially after we get tired. So let's go out to the red carpet and let's talk to a couple of bowlers.
All right, sounds great. Speaking of that 180 points per game, I'm joined with Riley Everhart and Isabella Sears from Franklin Girls Bowling. What does the Franklin bowling team do to support each other during matches, and what does this support mean to you?
Honestly, it's really like those pep talks that we have right before every single match. We're always hyping each other up, always like, you got this, don't let this hit you, like, don't get in your head. Just being there for each other the whole time.
It's really good to just know that your team has your back because it's a very team-heavy sport and it's easy to feel like you're letting your team down. So just all of the support, it's really great to build each other up and keep people energized and in the moment.
Thank you guys. Back to the desk.
Guys, I'm joined with Ashley Johnson and Isabella Warner of Independence Bowling. How did you guys find and start getting into bowling competitively?
I'd probably say my dad got me into it, and ever since I've been really competitive.
Honestly, I just saw a flyer for it, and it seemed really cool. But as I started competing more, it just got a lot more fun, and I wanted to be really competitive.
Thank y'all. Back to main stage.
We got the bowling crew up here. Y'all got a team name? Like if y'all were all on a team together, like an all-star team, what would the team name be?
That's a rough one. I mean, they shouldn't let me come up with it because that might go places I can't say out loud. So I'd have to leave it up to
Houston.
them.
Thank you, Houston.
Well, how did y'all get into? Obviously, at some point you did it for fun, but how did you get into competitive bowling? Like, at what age did y'all know I want to do this?
I started bowling whenever I was in 8th grade, and then I kind of realized I wanted to do it competitively sophomore year of high school.
I started around 6th grade and just been like practicing a lot since then. I did like a fun like year of free bowling, and that really got me started, and I've been doing a lot of competitive since then.
What pound ball does a 6th grader roll?
At the time, I think I was using maybe like a 12-pounder.
Oh,
something.
gosh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to step my game up.
I got into bowling through actually another coach of mine from a different sport, but then, you know, I hopped on the lanes and just loved it ever since. Came to the high school, saw a couple old seniors practicing, was like, I want to do that, and then just, you know, rolled with it ever since.
I love it, man. It's great. What about you?
I played football all throughout middle school and had to do something in the spring, and at the time, middle school bowling's in the spring. So when we got to fall in high school, it just kind of took over. Instead of football, didn't want to play football, decided bowling was the way to go.
I love it, man. Well, good luck to y'all tonight. Great category. All of y'all, I don't want to bump into any of you all at Kings Bowl or the Franklin Lanes because I don't want to be embarrassed, but good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, Tate. Thank you. Good luck, fellas. Tate, this is kind of cool. So we've got our dance finalist on the red carpet being interviewed by Rhea, our dance winner last year. Rhea, take it away.
All right, guys, I'm joined with Maggie Beasley of Indy, Elodie Marshall of Summit, Delaney Menke of Centennial, and Gabe Moyer of Nolansville. And I'm wondering, what are each of your favorite styles to perform with your team and why?
I love a hip-hop moment. Hip-hop is so fun, just like the funk of it all. I just think it's so much fun, and it's really expressive.
I would say hip-hop as well, because you can really like bond with your team while doing it, and it's like really energetic and gets the crowd going.
I agree with hip-hop. It's just so much fun to do, and it's a crowd pleaser. I would say jazz, because I like getting to perform like the different techniques within it and everything.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Congrats.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Cheer. Haley Hughes, Fairview. Skylar L. Krasinski of Brentwood. Addison McCloskey of Franklin. And Maddie Taylor of Ravenwood.
We should have them on the red carpet, by the way. Do we have our cheer finalists? We have our cheer. Here they are. Hey, they're posing and doing all this. Hey, listen, the thing about cheer, you guys know, athleticism has gone up big time. When 3 of us were in school, high school, a little different. Now it's, I mean, if you're not able to do some gymnastics kinds of things, you're probably not on our teams, honestly. It's so competitive.
The other thing I would say too, Carrie, is and I think really in all sports, but the explosiveness of them too, right?
Well, but think about the upper body strength that all of them have to have, and of course lower body, especially if you're a base. But I look at some of those flyers, and I think about my height. If I'm standing on a ledge and looking over, that's scary. They get thrown into the air and just trust that their teammates are going to be able to catch them. It's awesome. It's amazing to see how far the sport has come, but certainly excited to see also with these individuals here, the GPA. You're seeing 3.14, 4.10, 4.05 GPA, 4.58 GPA, and then 4.43. That's the story. It's not just here. It's also they're excelling in the classroom.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. Tate, if I could real quick while we're waiting for our cheer finalists, I want to go ahead and mention our tennis finalists, which we'll go into next. Emma Baker Page, Sophia Caminiti, another Summit, and now we're talking tennis, again, something a little bit different. Nisha Javagal, we saw them earlier on the red carpet, up for Team of the Year on the boys' side. Tyler Fossick, who was district MVP for Franklin. Drew Miller, Stephen Smith, 2-time state champions. Stephen Smith was also our WILLCO winner last year. And then one I really loved, Carter Terry from Fairview. 2 times he's the finalist, Tate. He makes it all the way to the finals in tennis. We got our cheer. Come on up, cheer. Come on up. Hello, ladies. Come on up. How you guys doing? Come on up. Come on up. Let me. One of you take this.
Well, hey, Coach Goodwin was just talking about it. One, y'all are so fun to watch, and the amount of athleticism and explosiveness that is in cheer now. But these grade point averages are kind of humbling here.
They're better than yours, Tate, let's be honest.
I'm an underachiever, but what is it? But I feel like every year it's like that. Yeah. What is it about cheer? But y'all are also such good students. It just seems like it goes hand in hand, or is it just coincidence?
I mean, I think it just comes from school spirit. Like, not only are we students and athletes, but like we love our schools in general. And I will say for all these girls that I know that we are not just good athletes on the floor, on the field, but even in the classroom. Like, we try to show our school spirit, and that's really a part of cheers, to show and to cheer on and really show your spirit throughout, no matter what you're doing. So.
Ladies, and this can be a question for all of you, but what is, and I know we don't really ever have an off season because you're always wanting to stay in shape, in conditioning. Starting here, what does that look like for all of you? How do you stay in shape? What's the off season look like? What are you going to be doing this summer? Help me understand.
So during the office season, there's lots of like coming into the gym and practicing with like your stunt groups or any of your other friends to like work on your tumbling or stunning or like your motions or jumps, just so we can like perfect those game day and comp day skills.
Yeah, honestly, it's just a lot of reps, just getting in the gym and just working harder each day, you know, fixing something from the day before that you just continue to take on through the season.
And lots of balance and hard work like pays off a lot.
And I will say one will probably be just kind of having a good mentality and like every single thing you do, just put hard work and keep pushing yourself in the gym.
Who's got the best back handspring?
You can't ask that.
Why not? They want to answer it. There you go. Hey, y'all are awesome.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight, ladies. Congrats.
Let's go to the red carpet.
Good job, ladies.
I'm joined with Emma Baker of Page and Tyler Fossick of Franklin, who are both tennis finalists. So do you guys have a favorite snack or drink that you go to before a match?
Powerade to stay hydrated, and Goldfish.
I just like a good Gatorade and a Cliff Bar.
Perfect. Back to Raya.
All right, guys, I'm here with boys tennis finalists Steven Smith from Brentwood and Carter Terry from Fairview. Carter was a state runner-up in singles in the individual tournament, all-district team captain, and helped lead Fairview tennis to a district and regional championship. Steven is a Sewanee commit, a state double champion alongside other finalist Drew Miller, and undefeated in singles in the district. In your opinion, what were your biggest strengths on the court this season?
I'd say my forehand. I mean, I'm pretty good at controlling with it, and so that was definitely my biggest strength.
Biggest strength, I go with serve and volley, honestly. Just serving big and then getting up to the net to put the volley away is probably my biggest strength.
All right, thank you guys. Back to the desk.
Thank you, ladies. Girls track.
Wait, Tate. It's your yearly deal that you do. When you talk tennis, you always mention
your T2000.
T2000. Hey, I was happy to hear that somebody on the red carpet still serves and volleys. That's pretty cool. Tate, talk about girls and boys track finalists.
Well, it's another stack, or it's a couple of more stacked categories. Larkin Johnson of Centennial, Anna Keeney of Ravenwood, Daisy Oatsfall of Brentwood, and Claire Steegall of Nolensville. There's some state champions in that group, Coach Goodwin, so more than one. And on the boys' side, Brandon Brooks of Nolensville, Cameron High of Brentwood, Gavin Johnson of Centennial, and Cannon Kinder of Brentwood. So pretty, those two are going to be really strong.
So we've got Larkin Johnson of Centennial, Anna Keeney of Ravenwood. You had great years. Larkin, state champion. Talk about it.
It was definitely a really fun experience just to be out there and just to be able to compete with so many, like, I don't know, amazing athletes. And definitely being able to get the state title was really fun.
Pretty awesome. And then Anna, I saw this about Anna. This is awesome. #1 sophomore pentathlete in the United States.
I was going to say, Anna,
Hey,
for
we
people
ain't
that
talking
don't
in
know,
WILLCO. We're talking in the U.S.
For people that don't know the pentathlon, tell them what events are in that.
Okay, so it's 5 different events. You have long jump, high jump, hurdles, shot put, and the 800.
And she dominated.
Let me say that one more time. #1 sophomore in the United States. Not 2, not 3, #1. Great job.
Anna, what's your favorite out of those? Or do you have
Probably hurdles.
Hurdles?
It's quick, it's easy.
You've got longer legs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the steps. Larkin, tell me a little bit about what the summer's going to look like for you. What is your conditioning? Are you going to be staying in shape, or is this going to be kind of, hey, I'm going to take a break and then we're going to restart?
Right now, I just finished a little bit of postseason track, so I'm on my break right now, and in about a week or so, I'll start gearing back up for cross-country season.
And what's your favorite event?
Probably the 800 or 3200.
Woo! 800. If you don't know, that's 2 laps.
I do know, and I've seen her run it, and she sprints the whole 2
And she
laps.
sprints it.
There's no pace.
But I love how they call the 400 meter a dash too, right? It's no dash.
I want to shot putting. Is that what you had to work the most on? But that's pretty cool, right? And so that's where you can really gain an advantage on some of the other pentathletes, right?
For sure. It's really helpful in the weight room because that's when you get all your length and.
I feel like with shot put too, you can get some aggression out, you know?
Oh.
Did you say weight room, Anna?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome because there's a day and time everybody's scared of the weight room. I love it that you're into the weight room. Congratulations, ladies. Good luck tonight. Appreciate you being here.
Great.
Tay, did we talk about the finalists in the boys' side? Did we give it?
We did. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go back out to the red carpet then and talk to some of the boys' track finalists.
All right, guys, I'm here with some of those boys track finalists. Brandon Brooks of Nolensville, who is a state championship runner-up in the triple jump and currently ranked 49th nationally. And also I'm joined with Gavin Johnson from Centennial, who placed #1 in the state of Tennessee in the 400 and was part of the 4x2 relay team at Centennial, who are ranked 3rd in the state, all as a sophomore. Brandon and Gavin, if you could compete in any event outside of your own, what would that be?
Probably the 100 because it's a fast race and it gets over pretty fast.
I would say the 800, which is kind of a stretch from the events I do right now, but if it wasn't for jumping, I feel like I would have definitely transitioned to be an 800 runner, and I could see that as something I could have done.
All right, thank you, guys.
I'm joined on the carpet with Cameron High and Cannon Kinder of Brentwood Track. Boys, you are extremely dominant in multiple events. Do you have any goals for improvement as you continue in your sport?
Yes, of course. I've been doing it for a long time. I kind of understand the events. For me, it's just getting stronger and faster, being more comfortable when I'm competing, and just making sure that I'm as ready to go as possible.
And Cameron?
Eventually, I want to maybe just take the next step and win the championship in both my events, and eventually just go I've gone 13.9. I want to go 13.7 later this year, and eventually dip further down.
Thank y'all. Back to main stage.
Here we go, boys soccer. Tristiano Alfano from Franklin right behind me. Sam Hetrick of Ravenwood, and Aiden Pierpoint Page and Hayden Smith Independence. Let's start off with you, man. I don't know, if there was the Ant-Man in basketball, Anthony Edwards, just full speed all the time, speeding the game up. That's him on the soccer pitch. Why do you play that way? Because I love it.
I always just do whatever I can do to win, help out the team as much as I can.
But you're always in attack mode, right? Yeah. And basically, Coach said you really didn't have a position. You just kind of roamed around, right? And went and got the ball, see ball, get ball, put ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, whenever I step on the field, I try to act like I'm the best player there and just go out with confidence and just work hard.
Great team. It's real life stuff, so came up a little bit shorter than you all wanted to, right? But what will you remember about the team from this year that, in 10 years?
I think this was one of the best Franklin teams in the school's history. We went undefeated, had a 75-5 goal difference. We were really, really good and very strong together, even outside of the sport.
Simon, midfielder of the year, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty strong in this district, this county.
Yeah, the district's cold, not gonna lie.
Educate Coach Joins on what a midfielder is, please.
So there's 3 levels of soccer, I guess. There's defender, midfielder, attacker. So midfielder's the middle of the field. You have freedom to go anywhere, kind of.
Tate, he does both.
Yeah, I do it all.
He does both.
Quit acting like I don't know my stuff. Hey, guys, just real quick. You guys had a heck of a matchup in the postseason. Yeah. Did he go to PKs?
Yeah, we did. District finals. Yeah.
So get this. As the novice kind of fan, I know a little bit. I knew you. We love the PKs. But as players, do y'all like it or hate it?
I personally like it. It's just it's fun, but it's nerve-wracking, I guess.
What about you, Tristiano?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Okay. I think the coaches don't like it.
Yeah, it's very stressful, but it's a really fun part of the game.
Winning off of pens is one of the best moments, I feel in soccer.
So it's PK. I want to know, because y'all are competitors, but also friends. Like, who do you not, when it comes down to PKs, who do you not want to see up there? Who's getting ready to strike the ball? Oh man.
Nano.
Yeah, no, I agree actually. I've missed a select few. That's fair.
This is a great category. Good luck to both of y'all.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks for being here. You look nice.
Let's head out to the red carpet, Tate.
I'm joined with Aiden Pierpoint of Page and Hayden Smith of Independence, who are both soccer finalists. You guys are both district co-offensive MVPs and have acquired quite a few goals over this season. Was there one goal that stood out to you this season?
Yeah, so early in the season we played Brentwood, and Brentwood hadn't lost a regular season game in 3 years, and I scored both goals that game to beat Brentwood 2-1, and that was a big momentum swinger for us because it gave Independence a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I would say going into the districts, I scored the first goal against Summit. I think it really just helped us build into the season. You know, first game, get that early goal, and really helped us keep going down the stretch of the rest of the season.
Thank you, guys. Back to main stage.
Okay, it's time of a show where we get to baseball. So we're moving along. We're in spring now, Coach Goodwin.
Here we are.
Baseball, Nolan Brown, Brentwood, Carter Cumming of Independence, Evan McElvain. There's been...
We know that name. McElvain, they're still
Lots
here.
of McElvains. Lots of McElvains.
And they're all WILLCO finalists.
And they're all incredible.
And Brett Pachoric of Ravenwood. On the softball side, J.C. Bilbrey of Nolansville, Adriana Callahan of Page, Audrey Cathy of Summit, and Marina, I throw strikes Mason.
What a category there. What a category there.
Let's head out to the red carpet and talk to some of our softball finalists.
Thanks, guys. I'm joined with baseball finalists Nolan Brown from Brentwood and Evan McElvain from Nolansville. Nolan was District 10 4A Pitcher of the Year, and Evan was named first team All-District this season. What motivates you all to continue improving your skills as players?
I think everybody's goal is definitely to win a state championship, so getting better for the team is one thing, and also I'd love to play college baseball. It's my dream as a kid, and even play further levels, so I think that's just a big goal for my career. So
something that motivates me is just the people around me, really, my teammates, my parents, just like the amount of time they spend and all the effort just trying to get me to where I am today. Just I want to pay that back in the end, and that's about all.
Thank you, guys. Back to Kyla.
My favorite sports, softball. And if you haven't been watching it, you have been missing out, especially on the regional, super regionals, World Series. Like, it's just been incredible. But to have these two girls standing here and looking at some of their stats, just to remind the group, JC All-District Team, District Gold Glove Award. She's got 6 doubles, 3 triples, 6 home runs, and 40 RBIs. It's pretty incredible. JC, tell me a little bit about your favorite moment of the season this year.
I would definitely say being a part of the team, like every single day, and coming out of practice with my team just makes it so special. And it doesn't matter if we're at practice or at games, like as long as I get to be with them, like it's just such a great experience for me.
Hey, are the fingernails, I know it's not really Nolansville color, but it's kind of ode to Nolo.
Oh yeah, always.
Have to. All right, JC and Marina, you both can answer this. Are you more of a chanter? Are you doing the chants in the dugout? Are you?
Yeah,
okay.
we both are.
You both are, okay. But we used to call them neener cheers, like if they were ugly. Does ever one slip? Do you ever throw one in there if you're getting fired
We
up?
try to stay nice, but like some of them are kind of just like trolling, but yeah. You kind of just have to. Everyone does it, so it's kind of accepted.
Marina, incredibly, I mean, we could have 2 pages for your stats here, but again, you've got district MVP, number 6 in the country in strikeouts with 339. What's your favorite pitch to throw?
My favorite pitch is
besides the strike to sit them down.
My favorite pitch is a rise ball.
Okay, yes. Elaborate a little bit why.
So it just is straight and then it goes up, and I don't know, I learned it in freshman year, and it's just a really fun pitch to throw because it's just, it gets a lot of bats to miss it.
I was about to say, it gets a lot of swings.
JC said it's real hard to hit.
Well,
She's a great pitcher.
And before we go back to the carpet, I'll just say this, and congratulations to you both, by the way. Marina, according to Max Preps. Number 6 in the country, strikeouts, 339. It's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Congratulations, ladies, and we're back to the carpet.
I'm joined with Adriana Callahan of Page and Audrey Cathy of Summit, who are both up for softball finalists of the year. Adriana, you're committed to Stanford, and Audrey, you're committed to the University of Missouri. What landed y'all on those schools?
Missouri just has a very, very blue-collar work ethic, and I just fell in love with the community, and I ultimately wanted to play in the SEC.
I absolutely fell in love with the program when I went on my visit. I thought the combination of world-class academics and athletics was really my vibe, and I absolutely loved it and knew it was the perfect place for me.
Thank y'all so much. Back to the hosts.
Flag football, Annie Gibbs of Independence, Michaela Jordan of Fairview, Samantha Lee of Page, and Carol Merville, who was up here with Coach Rodriguez earlier, of Ravenwood. Got to see all of them play. I know you said it last year and the year before, and I wish you could have had that when you were in high school. Not to harp on it, but we keep beating the same drum. It's just such an awesome sport.
It's the best.
I'm so glad that it's here, and I'm so glad that we can have the categories. But again, some really good players there. Excited to see who wins that one, okay? You want to go on to girls lacrosse?
No, let's go. Rhea's got, I believe, the flag football finalists. Rhea.
Yes, I do have our flag football finalists here on the carpet. I've got Annie Gibbs from Independence, Michaela Jordan from Fairview, and Samantha Lee from Page. And what were each of your proudest moments this season?
I would definitely say probably beating Brentwood in overtime in the tournament. It was a really tough game. Brentwood's really, Franklin. Franklin's really good, and we battled through that. It was a good game.
Probably winning the regular season.
Probably getting 6 sacks in one game alone.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Back to the desk.
Now lacrosse tape.
Now lacrosse. Hey, coach.
He's done this a few times.
Tell us about finalists on both sides, Tate.
Aria Burton of Brentwood, Sarah Jane Johnston of Page, Ava Sandberg of Brentwood, Anna Zone, she's on the all-name team on the girls' side, and boys lacrosse, Josh Beno of Page, John Brown of Franklin, Hayden Gross of Nolensville, and Jake Manning of Nolensville. Let's talk a little lacrosse, ladies.
Yeah, sounds good.
Introduce yourselves real quick.
Okay, I'm Aria Burton from Brentwood.
I'm Anna Zone, Franklin.
Hey, so listen, ladies, not try to bring up bad blood, but it's kind of my thing. You guys played in the tournament, and what I said was really the state final, because I think the final ended up being against Cookville, Collierville, whoever it was, 14-4. Mm-hmm. I could have probably gotten out there, but really that was the championship, right?
Yeah.
When you guys played?
We said from the beginning of the tournament that game was going to be who won the tournament.
Yeah.
Entire state championship.
It's always guaranteed a pretty competitive game when it comes to us, Ravenwood and Franklin, so it's always really fun to play them.
Hey, talk about this. I want both of you to answer this. A first. It's the first time I know you guys have been playing, but it's a little bit different and special when it's a TSSAA state championship sport. Talk about what it meant now that it's sanctioned.
I think it was more on the line. It was a bigger deal because it's a school sport. It gets more recognition.
Yeah.
All those things. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool because we get to just start the legacy for the rest of women's lacrosse, and just be the first is a really cool title. Yeah.
We've got more lacrosse. Let's head back to the red carpet.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm still waiting on Sarah Jane Johnson. She's on the way down the carpet, so I'll send it back to the host really quick.
All right, media.
So while we're waiting for that, Tate, media students, William Clodney, Summit, Garrett Peevler, Independence, Elliston Smith, Ravenwood, Jai Jing Wong, Centennial. How about that? So those guys, Media Student of the Year. I want to mention our Outside the Lines group that we'll recognize tonight. We got A.B. Basta, Nowensville, Luke Campbell, Ravenwood, Kyla Davis, who's on the carpet, Rhea Whitlock, who was OTL last year. We got OTL all over the place working this event. We appreciate them. Katie Lowe, Nowensville, Aaron Powers, Franklin, David Riley, Summit. Hey, let's check with Kyla again, see if we've got her ready to go.
I'm joined with Sarah Jane Johnson of Page Lacrosse, who's up for Female Lacrosse Player of the Year. You've had an absolutely outstanding season this year, so what stood out to you?
I would definitely say my team. It was amazing to
create those relationships, and especially going into that state championship, knowing that we had each other's backs and really just creating a second family that I could always depend on. That was the most outstanding to me.
Thank you so much. Back to the hosts.
So we talked about those media students. Now we've got Rhea on the carpet to talk with some media students.
Hi, yes, guys. I have 2 Media Student of the Year finalists, William Clodney and Jia-Jing Wang from William Clodney from Summit and Jia-Jing Wang from Centennial. And how did you guys become interested in sports media?
I mean, kind of. This is my first year doing it. I was always interested in art through high school, and then I saw digital art, and I just kind of took hold of it.
I just thought it was fun to do live streams and be switching in the back room.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Back to the desk.
Let's just warm you up right here.
Okay, we've got a special guest here, Coach Patrick Whitlock. Coach Whitlock's here. Coach, glad you're here. So, Coach Whitlock, boys basketball coach at Ravenwood High School, but that's not why you're here tonight, Coach.
It is not. It's been a whirlwind of a week and exciting new venture and big shoes to fill.
Well, Coach, let's talk about this. So that for those of you that don't know and you've been asleep for the last week, so Coach Whitlock has taken the job as the district athletic director. Coach, talk about, first of all, your experience at Ravenwood. I know that was tough for you. I mean, it's tough to make those decisions. And then now stepping into district athletic director role.
Yeah, I mean, 19 years at the same school, coaching basketball, was athletic director for a little while. A lot of different hats there, but 19 years at one place in any profession is kind of an outlier right now. So really good times there, but really looking forward to this next challenge.
Hey, talk about this, because you and I have been working side to side for a couple of days, or side by side for a couple of days. We did it in basketball too. We were always competitors, but always got along really well. Talk about watching how this thing kind of evolved the last couple of days.
I mean, it's a little overwhelming. It's a well-oiled machine. You know, you walk in and you've got all these students here helping out. Yesterday, getting everything organized. You come today and you're putting out carpets and trying to tie down inflatables and watching all this stuff be put together. It's fascinating, but it's a little overwhelming. So I'm glad I get to observe this year. And I guess I'll start working on it for next year tomorrow.
Well, talk about this. So I didn't tell you this. That was like kind of like hazing. I said my back was hurt, but he did the carpet. He did the inflatables. He was unbelievable.
He might put in his resignation before he ever starts.
It crossed my mind, but I'll stick it out.
The other thing you've had to deal with it forever, and Dr. Qualls did too. You talk about the inflatables. It seems like every year, the couple of days before the WILLCOs, there's a severe storm warnings going too. So inflatables and severe storm, that's not a real good pairing.
It's not a good combination, but it did help sticking those flags in the ground. You know, is a little easier, so that's good.
Well, Coach, we're excited about you taking the job. We know you're going to take it to even bigger and better heights. Talk about this real quick on kind of a personal note. You've got your daughter here, Rhea Whitlock. She was part of the OTL group. Now she's just killing it at the college level, working in sports marketing, basically. And now she's out on that red carpet interviewing people. That's got to be special for you, too.
It's pretty awesome. She's been excited about it all week. She thinks she's out there running the show. So she needs to be humbled a little bit, but that'll come in due time. But she's having a great time at Loyola, working sports marketing, got a full-time job there, so very proud of her.
Well, talk about that experience she had with Dr. Qualls there at the EIC and then being part of OTL. I know you loved it as a dad.
I mean, I loved it because I just think that's what education should be. Hands-on learning. She's over there running her own business, working with OTL, getting a lot of valuable experience. And without that, she wouldn't have had the opportunities she has now.
One final question here. So, Coach, you go from coaching in the league, competitive with these other folks. Now you're kind of leading the deal. What will you do in terms of, you know, Brentwood, for example, big rivalry. You've got guys you've got rivalries with. How will you handle that from day one?
I mean, I've always had great relationships with the coaches over there, so it's, you know, it's just going to be going from a competitor to a, you know, somebody's trying to help them out. So it's exciting. A lot of great schools in this county. I just want to do whatever I can to help them all out. So it's a big challenge, but I'm pretty excited about it.
Coach, we're excited for you. We're proud of you. We know you're going to do a great job.
Thanks.
Let's go back to the red carpet.
I'm joined with Garrett Pevler of Independence and Ellison Smith of Ravenwood, who are both up for Media Student Finalists of the Year. We wanted to thank you for all the hard work you pour into showcasing our athletes, first of all. And with that said, what was your favorite project you worked on this year?
I'd say bowling. As boring as it sounds, you know what I'm saying? The teacher put me up for it.
honestly mad to go, but honestly had a lot of fun with it, very stress-free, and just got to do as much as I wanted with it, and I was actually very proud of how it turned out.
I would have to say the preseason football video. I got to go in the locker room with a fog machine and red LED lights and just hang out with some of the guys, and it was honestly a really good experience just hanging out with them and meeting the team. So,
Thank y'all. Back to the desk.
Up our final students that we're going to talk to here. So if you guys would, let's just go right down the line. Tell us your name and the school you're representing.
I'm Jack Herman, and I'm from Ravenwood High School.
And tell me about your sports you play.
So I play lacrosse and football at Ravenwood.
And next level for you is what?
Next year I'm going to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology to play some football.
Okay, right down the line here. Go ahead.
I'm Alex Osborne. I go to Ravenwood High School.
And tell me about your sports.
I compete in football, wrestling, and track.
Wow, 3 sports. All right, ladies.
My name's Maddie Brewer.
Maddie, so you're Fairview. Yes, tell me about the sports you participate in.
I did cheer, flag football, and basketball.
Oh, several there too.
I like that.
And then final.
My name's Claire Cato. I'm from Fairview, and I play golf, basketball, and flag football.
Okay, so we got Fairview, Ravenwood in the house. Did I miss somebody? Fairview, Ravenwood. Okay, so 2 fair. So you guys, does anybody know why they're here?
They look like they think they're in trouble.
Hey, listen, you just hang in with us because you're going to find out here in a little bit.
Suspense is killing.
We appreciate you being here. You look great. Thanks. Thank you.
Hey, jacket of the night. You got competition.
I like it.
You got
Finally,
competition.
somebody wearing a little splash here. Good luck tonight, guys. Appreciate it.
Glad y'all are here.
Tate? Carrie?
Record?
I think that's it. So 6:36. We've got it in our notes. No matter what, done by 6:45. I think we did it.
Record time.
Record time. I know we're a little quick in some spots. We have to get going, but I want to say this because this is it. This is it for the crew. It's been a great 8 years. It has been unbelievable. We started working it. You and I were coaching. Tate was still in the role that he's in. It's just been awesome. There's so many people I want to thank, but I want to start with you two because this is just unreal. For Coach Goodwin, who, by the way, is flying in from out of town. She's got another job. She's not just doing this. To give of your time and of yourself, I am so pleased that you would do that and honored that you would do it. So appreciate it.
It's been my biggest honor to represent our county, our athletes, our families. But I know you all know this, but if the families out there don't, we are best in class. In the way that we've done this, we've tried to do it our best. But Darren, you and Tate just make this thing run, and it truly is top-notch, an event that we've got. And I'm proud to say not only are you our friends, but you're great colleagues for this as well.
We've loved it. Thank you so much for being here. Tate, why don't you close us out here?
Well, we're going to close it out, and again, with you, man. 8 years together, and we first did this first one, and we've done it every year together, and I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. Just 2 people that care a lot about kids, and the way both of you all coached, like you all have definitely made your mark on young people. So I'm proud to be associated with both of you. Plus, y'all are fun to be around. So all good things must come to an end.
Yep.
So it's the end of our run together as the red carpet pre-awards show. But just like that has to come to an end, so does this show. So I think we're going to be back at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. For those out there watching in YouTube world, it may go black for about 20 minutes, but we're coming back.
Don't worry.
7 o'clock for those here in the room. We'll get this thing cranked up at 7. We're going to recognize these athletes, teams, and coaches.
Hey, Coach, real quick, Kyla and Rhea, as always, they did an unbelievable job out there on the red carpet, and so thank you to them. Rhea's already doing it, but I think, Carrie, they've got a really bright future ahead of them in this
ESPN?
Job market, if that's what they want to do, right? Yeah, ESPN. We'll see them on TV one day. Hey, thank you for being here. Again, this has been the Red Carpet Show, pre-ceremony show, live from the factory right here in Liberty Hall. For Coach Darren Joins, Coach Carrie Goodwin, Tate Matthews, we'll see you at 7 o'clock at the WILLCOs.